My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Slay the Spire. We're going to be doing something special this episode. We're going to be doing an Ascension 20 Watcher run, starting with the Sealed Deck modifier. You craft a deck from 30 random cards. You select 10 of them at the start. Yes, it is definitely a downgrade on the difficulty of Ascension 20 by itself, but as I'm warming back up to get back into Watcher Ascension 20 runs so that I can get back into the Heartbreaker climb. Well, I say Heartbreaker climb. Literally all I have to do is the Ascension 20 Watcher Heart Kill. I feel like it would be prudent to maybe play one of these in the meantime. I'm seeing 3 copies of Flurry of Blows, and I'm also seeing the ability to swap stances. That's probably the most appealing thing to me right now. There's also Wave of the Hand, Talk to the Hand. I love a Wave to the Hand, Talk to the Hand deck. There's how many copies of Pressure Points? Two copies of Pressure Points, it looks like. This definitely, to me, looks like the Flurry of Blows deck. So we go Flurry of Blows, Flurry of Blows, Flurry of Blows. The problem with Flurry of Blows is return from your discard pile to your hand after you change stance. So really what we are going to need... I'll take Empty Mind, Empty Body. We need ways to exit stances and ways to enter stances. I could even Foresight to scry past the Flurry of Blows to put them in my discard pile. It's just, if my hand is Flurry of Blows, Flurry of Blows, Flurry of Blows, and then 2 other cards, oftentimes I'm not really getting much of an effect out of that. Crescendo, Tranquility, we definitely take 1 of each. I always like Indignation as well for the vulnerability application. Don't commonly get that. I am going to need Defense, so let's start focusing on that. There's a Protect. The problem is I don't know how much defense I'm actually capable of generating, so I'll take a Wallop as another way to get some defense. So what we're mainly going to be looking for here is more ways to enter stances, and also to pad the deck out so that the Flurry of Blows stay in our discard pile for a longer period of time. I'm going to take the pass with the most elites, actually, here. So it's Flurry of Blows, Indignation, Flurry of Blows, Empty Body. Flurry of Blows, of course, at the end there as well. Oops. It's Flurry of Blows, Crescendo, Wallop, Flurry of Blows. Yeah. None of those really work for what we're looking for. There's another Empty Body. Empty Body is going to be like a primary part of this deck, I feel. Also, Perseverance. I like Perseverance, but I feel like ideally these fights go much faster than Perseverance will have time to effect. And the deck is going to be much thicker than Perseverance will have the ability to be impactful during. Crescendo to pull that back. Okay. Indignation for the vulnerability, and then Flurry of Blows. We'll exit that stance and draw 2 cards, getting Flurry of Blows, Flurry of Blows, Flurry of Blows. Holt's a good way to get defense in this deck, especially considering we have one more... dodge that. Especially considering we have one more way of getting into Wrath than we have of getting into Calm. I don't need to do that again this time. Okay. Indignation. Again, I should have thrown the Flurry of Blows out first. It's going to take me a moment as I figure out how. There we go. Because this deck has got a whole load of moving parts in here. Bowling Bash. I did want at least 1 copy of Bowling Bash in the deck. Thank you. Happy to have it. Considering I use these Flurry of Blows so consistently, I feel like probably the most important thing I can do is upgrade them. Alright, I'll hold. Okay, I know what I'm doing next turn then. Flurry of Blows will Crescendo, pulling back all of them. Then I'll use Indignation for the vulnerability. Throw out all of the damage I have access to. Use a bowling bash there as well. So I've got my wallop for double damage against vulnerability this turn, as well as halt. I'm gonna use indignation and then actually swap myself back out into calm. Because I know I have lethal next turn. I don't even need to take that 1 damage. Whenever you add a card to your deck, gain 6 gold. Perfect. Next attack you play this turn costs 0. We don't really have attacks that cost anything. So Judgment. I could take a Judgment just to pad out the deck a little. And in fact, I will. Especially considering it gets me 9 gold to pick them up now. Judgment is definitely our first increase there. Considering we're on the first floors, it's going to be impactful. Sundial. Every 3 times you shove your draw pile, gain 2 energy. Neat. Flurry of Blows, Indignation. Gives us back that Flurry of Blows. Up as well. Fine. Flurry, Flurry, Empty. Gets us Flurry, Flurry, Flurry. Crescendo, right? Hang on. Crescendo is 12, 8, 8. 12, 8, 8 is 28. That's lethal. Eternal Feather, perfect. Another reason we want to pad the deck. For every 5 cards in your deck, heal 3 HP whenever you enter a rest site. Wheel Kick is good, but I'm going to take another Protect to pad out the deck a little bit and give me a little bit more of the defense that I'm currently looking for. Or rather, for which I am currently looking. I'll take the upgrade on Flurry of Blows. Eek, I hate this attack. This attack, this combat. Really don't want to be weakened if I can avoid it. Thank heck I had the bowling bash. Okay. And then crescendo, and then just blow you up. And then empty, and then go blow you up too. I don't think I put Tranquility in this deck. Not another one. I barely really want to use the first one. Okay. Flurry Judgment. Then Flurry Crescendo brings back both those flurries. Then Empty Body brings back both those flurries again. I have no stance to exit right now, so well done, game. You got me. Indignation gives those back, though, and then Wallet for the kill. Yeah, this has definitely turned out to be a little easier than I expected it was going to be. I also tried to add the modifier of, I'm going to go for a deck archetype I don't necessarily commonly go for, or rather at least haven't commonly gone for since Flow State was discluded from the card set. Clearly, maybe I needed a little bit more than that. That's okay, though. It'll help me acclimatize to the numbers of the enemies again. I'll just empty the body. Great. It'll help me reacclimatize to the numbers on enemy cards, because that's something I haven't really had to contest with a lot recently. Tranquility, and then take that back. Fine. Judge him. Fear No Evil is a good way for me to enter calm. If I'm going to be doing it, that's a great way to do it. Okay. Flurry, Tranquil. Flurry, Empty. Flurry, Fear. Yeah. Could have been a lot worse, I imagine, somehow. Let's go Crescendo, Indignation. And I want to keep my Crescendo for the next turn. I'm splitting the enemy next turn, definitely. Okay, Flurry, Flurry, Wallop, and then Judge. Great draws. All right, well, 5 extra max HP. We're going to have to take that. Blasphemy, Deva Form, Conjure Blade. Blasphemy seems like the pick here. But only if I know that I am going to kill with the Flurry Blows that I get back. I probably don't care about the extra energy as much as I care about the extra max HP. This kind of deck is already generating its own energy when it swaps out of Calm, when it swaps into Divinity, and obviously plays a lot of zero-cost cards. Indignation, Liquid Memories, another Indignation? Yes, but now I'm feeling really dodgy about how many ways I have to enter Wrath, but how few ways I have to exit it. So that's the next thing I'm going to want to address. Flurry, Crescendo, Flurry, Fear, empty Flurry. Well, this sucks. Tranquility, Flurry of Blows, empty body, Flurry of Blows. Indignation, Flurry of Blows, Bowling Bash. Blasphemy is going to leave me one short. No, it's not. It's exact. Phew. I was wondering why it was leaving me one short. I thought I'd calculated that one. Right. Worship on mantra. Worship for the 5 mantra, but it's already upgraded? No. No, I don't think so. Due to my lack of energy, I will take the extra pick up there and the extra tranquility, rather. Flurry, Flurry, Fear. Flurry, Flurry, empty. Flurry, Flurry, tranquility. Flurry, Flurry. Good turns, good turns. Wallop and Judgment. No reason to get fancy with it. Another Hulk, and it's pre-upgraded. Gotta love that. Got to. You simply have to. Oh, put a card from your discard pile into your hand and retain it, and to Calm end your turn. Meditate is not really what I want in here, but okay. Spirit Shield's also not really what I want. Definitely don't want Pain. Also don't want Eruption, so I'm going to purposely fail that pairing. Dang it. Flurry, Indignation, Flurry, empty body, Flurry. I could have done that more with like into Tranquility and stuff, but I need to leave that for a later turn. 14 plus 40 is lethal there. Okay, here we go. Flurry, Flurry, Tranquility, Flurry, 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 Crescendo, Flurry, Flurry, Flurry. There we go. Alright. We're starting to get to the point where I think we no longer need to pad this deck out, and we just need more Flurries of Blows. Thankfully, 2 of the Flurry of Blows are now in my discard pile, because if they got randomized by the Snecko on draw, we actually would have a really, really bad time fighting. Because then they don't get redrawn, so I don't re-randomize their costs after that point. Life becomes real difficult then. I'm gonna Indignation, pulling 2 of them back. Pop those in the hole. Then I'm going to get the other Halt back in hand. I'm going to hold off. Stay in this form for this turn. Okay. Another Flurry of Blows. Happy to see it. Take that Flurry of Blows and then Tranquility. Flurry, Flurry, Flurry. And then Empty Body giving me 2 energy back. Flurry, Flurry, Flurry. I'll throw out a Protect as well. That's vulnerability, not weakness. And we're fine. Another Empty Body. Perfect, as I was saying. Bread and butter on deck. Very, very glad to see it. Blasphemy upgrades to retain now? Oh, when did that happen? That's an excellent change. I'm beyond pleased to see it. I'll put Judgment back in my hand just for the kill on the front line the next turn if I need it. Flurry, Flurry, Crescendo. Flurry, Flurry, Tranquility. Flurry, Flurry, Empty Minds. Flurry, Flurry, Tranquility. Flurry, Flurry, Empty Body. Flurry, Flurry. Blasphemy is not going to be enough, obviously. Gosh, I wish I weren't weakened that turn. Hey. Get into Wrath. Use my halts. Honestly, don't really need to focus on the sneaky gremlin at this point. Because I'm already going to be well defended. So I was very much committing to just going straight for lethal on that turn. Thank heck it was viable. Blasphemy in hand, like it was extremely viable, but still. You don't take another halt, Ryan. The deck is mainly halts at this point, Ryan. I need draw? Like more Empty Mind. More Empty Mind and more Flurry of Blows are really what we're looking for here. I'll pass. Maybe I should even upgrade the current Empty Mind for the extra draw that it can provide. Where is it? There you are. Frozen Egg, when you've got a power card to your deck upgraded, there are a lot of power cards that would work in this deck. Let's see if we can find even a single one of them. Indignation, so I can halt and then wallop for a giant hit. And then at the end of it, I can even get out of it. I'm gonna meditate on... I'm about to be weakened and made frail, so wallop's not great. But look. Might not be great, but sometimes you need something not great. Let's go Indignation into Flurry, Flurry, Wallop, and then Judgment. Having Judgment has actually turned out to be incredible for this deck. Don't want that. Let's enter Calm, defend a little, and then defend a little more. Not enough, but, you know, enough. Flurry, Empty, for Flurry, Tranquility, for Flurry, Protect, and then Meditate to bring probably Wallop back, but in reality we'll take the Empty Body. Flurry, Empty Body, Flurry, Flurry, Protect. Tranquility to get back into it as well. Holding that Blasphemy in hand. I don't want to get to my second shuffle of the deck if I can avoid it. So hopefully... Empty Mind. Bad positioning for Empty Mind. Okay. Flurry. Empty Body. Gives us back Flurry, Flurry, Flurry. Then Indignation. Flurry, 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 then empty body, then Flurry, 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 then blasphemy, Flurry, Flurry, Flurry. Got him. Ginger, you're not become weakened. That is real good for us. A pre-upgraded Flurry of Blows immediately offered to us immediately thereafter. Immediately. Perfect. I've got the judgment for the backline marked. There it is. Knowing that I had that to rely on, even if I wasn't going to draw it that turn. Another empty body. Okay, I think it's now literally just Flurry of Blows. Like, that's the only thing that I'll take at this point. Yeah, I'll go for another upgrade. We'll have shops next floor as well. It's fine. Five additional block on halts. Like, oftentimes we're aggressive enough to get that halt. Specifically because of the 2 indignations in the deck. I think especially for boss fights, having the halts and having the halts trigger while I... Oh, no. Hang on. This is about to be a problem. Let's empty mine first. I need more cards. Yikes. Crescendo, Miracle. I'm going to use both of these attacks. I am very threatened. In boss fights, I'm going to need more time to sustain and blah, 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 blah. But also... Oh, if these Flurry of Blows come out with real bad costs, thankfully this one didn't, but, you know, there are more. Life gets real hard for us. That's another Flurry of Blows. At least I'm not weakened, but I am vulnerable. Ouch. Flurry. Blasphemy only brings back 2 flurries, and I get to play both of them, but for 18 damage apiece, that's not enough. It just isn't. This is really unfortunate. We got badly rolled by this. Yeah. We got honestly pretty hard done by this fight so far. Empty mind. Pulling bash. Blasphemy. Flurry. Judgment. Right. Ow. Past those. Smith here again. You know what? I think I actually have to rest. I'm worried that as the champ transitions to the execute turns, we won't have the ability to stop them. Okay. Crescendo, Flurry, Flurry. Empty, Flurry, Flurry, and then Miracle a Meditate out in order to get another Empty Mines. Throw the Flurry first, rather. We always end up doing that there. Definitely Indignation next, I think. Okay, Indignation refunds energy to me as well. Flurry. We'll also throw out the Wallop for a defense and the Halt because we're in the mode. Then I'll empty mines. Flurry, Flurry, Flurry. Indignation. Flurry, Flurry, Flurry. Halt. Okay, good. We get a very aggressive turn here. Happy to have it. Flurry, Fear No Evil, and then Empty Body brings all of those back. We get to retain a whole hand of 5? Not bad. Ooh, both Indignations are in this hand. That's a little bit of a problem. Indignation, I'll play that Halt, and then the other Indignation, because I do want the enemy to be vulnerable for these turns. Then I'm going to Empty Body, bringing back that Flurry of Blows, and try to protect as well. Enemy isn't half split yet, but we're on our way there. Flurry, Flurry, Trank. Flurry. Empty Mind or Empty Body? No, Empty Body, otherwise we're going to run out of space in hand. Flurry, 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 then Trank. Flurry, Flurry, Flurry. Oh, Shuriken would do so well in this deck. Empty Body. Empty Mind at this point. Flurry, Flurry, Flurry. Halt, double Empty Body, and then meditate. Yeah, halt, double Empty Body, and then meditate. Meditate on, I think, Indignation, actually. Setting up as much aggression as I can put out this turn. So it's definitely Flurry first. Then I'm going to halt, just get that out of space. Indignation pulls back all of those, and Judgment kills. Another Blasphemy, as well as Wish and Brilliance. I think, honestly, I might have the ability to play Wish, and specifically for 3 strength, it's going to be worth it. I really need strength. I would probably play Fasting as well, actually, in this deck. I'll take it. Fasting would also come pre-upgraded. Whenever you exit Calm, gain an additional energy from Violet Lotus. Yup. I'll take that. I simply have to. So I'm definitely taking a lot of risks with the build to try and mitigate the fact that obviously we're Ascension 20, but still having like a real easy time here because of the modifiers that were applied at the start. That's okay. I'm going to Empty Mind. Mainly, I was looking to just try and draw anything I was going to retain there, but I'm fine with that as well. Good lord! So, enter. So, starts. Also a stance, not really a stance I want, and stance. The only stance card before that I managed to draw was Indignation on a turn. I definitely couldn't have cast it. Effectively, what I'm saying here is this has been a really bad series of draws for me. I'm gonna meditate to pull back Judgment. That's lethal next turn already. Evaluate is now 10 block by itself? That's actually quite good. And it provides the draw that I'm looking for right now as well. Look, if we get the curse here, it's fine. It just gets removed. Yeah, we have that Omomoria as red. All's ready. Whenever you change stances, gain 6 block. I'll take that. I'll definitely take that. Also the Sling of Courage, happily. Card removal? Is anything complete garbage in here? Not really. Is there a shop later on this floor for me? Not necessarily, but you know what? I'm actually gonna venture off of the beaten path in order to get an extra shop. I'm gonna go where I was hoping to not to go, just so that I can get that. this sucks. Crescendo wallop the frontliner and then miracle out tranquility there. It's the most defense that I can get. Because the other path that I want to go down does not have many midline rests, so I kind of need to do something like that. It's Flurry, and then empty body. Flurry evaluate. Indignation, Flurry, and the final judgment there honestly don't actually help us enough. Mental Fortress. I will Fear No Evil, then Empty Body. Forgot to play my Flurry of Blows in between, that's my bad. Then I'm gonna Trank. Empty Body. That's a pretty solid amount of defense on that turn, I feel. Okay. So these dies in 2 flurries, this dies in 1. I still don't have the ability to kill the midline Darkling. I'm gonna drink that and pull back out of the deck the Judgment. Taking a whole little lumps here. Okay. Judgment will kill the backliner. Bowling Bash will help lower the... Oh, no. No, never mind. Judgment still goes for the backliner. Flurry of Blows. And then Blasphemy brings back all of those. But I wish first for money because I do have the ability to already kill. Not a shop. Really wish that was a shop. Oh well. Okay. Flurry, Indignation, Wrath, Flurry, and then... You know what? Let me get my 3 strength. Should have done that a little bit earlier there, obviously. But I didn't really calculate the incoming damage. That's Blasphemy. That's not the card I'm looking for. Yeah, I just have to kill that target then. Fine. And oh god, there's another Flurry of Blows. Ugh! I keep forgetting that the Flurry of Blows are coming back. The end your turn cards and the fact that I can't get past the E button is something that's causing me great pain here. Alright. Blasphemy, and then a big old wallop, and then a big old kill to follow it up. It's another Mental Fortress. You know what? That's enough. I'm actually going to rest in this position just because I'm terrified. Okay. Start with Fear No Evil, definitely, and then Empty Mind. Okay, we've got Blasphemy to retain. Lovely. Let's go Indignation and then Wallop Bowling Bash. Perfect. We actually may want to stay in Wrath as long as we possibly can here. Okay. Flurry of Blows. I will pop Tranquility for another Flurry of Blows, and then I will... Empty Body, getting another Flurry of Blows, evaluate, and then the final thing I'm going to do is wish for Strength. I take damage here, but I should have wished for Strength at the start. Could I have wished for Strength at the start? The ordering was important because of the Violet Lotus. I need to plan out my whole turns for this character before I execute them. Perfect example of exactly why we need to do that right there. Definitely start with Halt. Mental Fortress as well. That's Empty Body, bringing back those two. Then Tranquility, bring them back again. One turn away from being able to use my Blasphemy. Halt, and Empty Body. Throw that Protect there. We're looking for an aggressive hand. That'll do it. Okay. Flurry, Flurry, Fear. Flurry, Flurry, Empty. Flurry, Flurry, Halt, and then Blasphemy, and then Flurry, Flurry as well. Enemy dies on that hit. I live. Gambler's Brew, as well as... Apparently there was a pick screen there, but all I saw was a flurry of blows. Wish for Strength. Shame to bypass the rest of those cards, though. Mental Fortress and Tranquility. Empty Body thereafter, and that'll even allow me to do damage as well as Take None. Looks good to me. Okay. Flurry, Flurry, Crescendo. Flurry, Flurry, Fear. Flurry, Flurry, Coin, and then Protect. Taking some damage here, despite the constant swapping. Right. Flurry, Empty. Beautiful. And Blasphemy for the kill. I need another inner piece. It's like, as much as I need the inner piece there that was offering draw if I'm already in Calm, I desperately needed another way to get into Wrath. Especially considering how many halts I have in the deck that I've had to just completely pass over. As much as I want that Swift Potion, I feel like I might need the Fairy in a Bottle in the final fight in order to live. Actually, you know what? I want the Swift Potion more than I want Gambler's Brew, definitely. Mercury Hourglass at the start of your turn, deal 3 damage to all enemies. So I'm specifically taking this path to try and get those 2 shops. I have 2 bosses to fight at the end of this as well, by the way. Yikes. I'm going to Crescendo for a larger Halt. Or Empty Body. Then I'm going to Meditate to bring back probably the Fear No Evil. Right, enemy is attacking again this turn. Start with Empty Body. Fear No Evil, do it again. Crescendo, do it again. And then Blasphemy, do it again. Calipers! Ooh. Don't really want any of those, but Calipers is appealing. We do actually, on some turns, get a ridiculously stupid amount of block. One down. Two down. Pop that defend. Don't need to keep all of my health here. Duplication potion is also very useful. Duping like Wish in the final fight in particular. Sounds excellent to me. Crescendo now. Then Miracle a Wallop against the front line. Okay. Indignation just to set up the vulnerability. Then I'll halt and empty body so that I get the flurry of blows back. Trank gives me both flurry of blows, and yeah, that's enough to only take 5 damage and still shut out that fight. That's good enough for me. There's another empty mind, something I've been asking for this whole time. I'm going to take the lizard tail as well. I'm just effectively buying my way through the final fight with that now. Need one less halt in this deck also. I have a curse in my deck already, so sure, I'll take 1 strength. May have spent too much money at a shop where I didn't really think I was going to get more powerful. There's no way my turn here involves using the wish. Flurry into fear, into flurry. Ouch. Good thing I have all the ways to regen. Empty mind there, bringing back those flurries. Then crescendo. Indignation. For exact damage on the backliner and 2 damage over on you. And then I'll tranquility so that I can do it again. And empty body for the kill. Alright, final shop. Akabeko, your first attack each combat deals 8 additional damage. No, whenever you change stances, gain 6 block. I mean, look, that's all the block I'm going to need. I'm going to take that, and I'm also going to take the hand drill. Whenever you break an enemy's block, apply 2 vulnerable, because that should happen relatively commonly in this next upcoming fight. I'm also going to remove another halt from the deck now. Actually, how many do I have? You know what? I'm going to remove the meditate. Meditate's been a problem every time I've drawn it so far. So I do have two bosses, not just this. Gotta keep an eye on that. Okay. What would I pull with Secret Technique? It has to be an empty mind that's upgraded. Flurry, Trank, empty mind. Well, Flurry, empty mind. Flurry. Crescendo. Flurry. Indignation just to remove a stack from each of you and then do that again. Okay. So now they have plated armor on them, so I will be breaking their thing every turn by necessity. That's it. I am going to try and primarily focus on the backliner. I only attacked the frontliner there because I had feel no pain, whatever it was, fear no evil. So I needed to be attacking someone who was attacking in order to get my stance change. Let's see, body draws back. Great. Let's go. Mental Fortress, evaluate, and then empty body. I'm actually not gonna push it this turn. Start with Crescendo. Flurry those times, and then I'm also going to use Indignation here. So now I actually do have vulnerability on that target. I'm going to now Miracle to use a Wallop, defending myself a lot. Kill the backliner and then start targeting the frontliner. This leaves me in Wrath for the turn. I've got 2 times that I get to die in the next fight. So if this is what it takes to win this one, this is what it takes to win this one. Start with Tranquility just so I get my flurries back. If I use Blasphemy, I get all of the flurries back now, but I also get a ridiculous amount of energy. My next cycle is going to take so long to get back to my flurries, I think I die. So I'm going to Blasphemy. Getting all of the flurries back. Pop the Wish for the strength. Throw out the flurries. Good. This is the fight that is real cruel. That. Trank. That. Empty. Yeah, I'm gonna dupe the Mental Fortresses. So now your second hit kills me. That's fine. I only get to play 3 cards next turn. Okay. Secret technique. I don't like that I'm burning my Tranquility like this, but it's the best defense that I can get right now. Trank and then Empty Body. I don't even get that many attacks off this turn. Flurry, Indignation, Flurry, Flurry. You know what? I'm going to let him kill me this turn and take my 50% heal with the Lizard Tail. I'm vulnerable this turn. Like, the enemy is already doing a 50 attack this turn. And if I let them do that, I'm going to have the time to play out my Almighty. Just wanted a way to end. Ugh. Well, I can't exit this form anymore, which is a problem. And I only get to play 2 cards next turn. Yeah, the splitting of my attacks across multiple turns against the Time Eater, I think, is the weakest thing that I did in this entire fight. I think it's almost certainly going to result in a loss. I'm going to play that Halt. I don't really want to change form right now. It's fine, I'll Empty Body, whatever. I'm leaving vibe cards for my next hand so that I have the ability to swap a bunch of times here. Also, by the way, the Calipers might end up saving me just from stacking a bunch of block from Mental Fortress. So maybe we're not out yet. Do not count me out yet. Because I am still in this to win this. Shendo only gets back those 2, but it's okay. Then Fear No Evil. Indignation, and then I throw 3 of them. You are kidding me. I needed to end that turn without being in Wrath. I looked at the enemy, I looked at the damage that they had, and I was like, that's the amount of damage they're going to do. Okay. Well, that could have been better. And the final fight was obviously very horribly mismanaged. I was halfway through saying that I'd mismanaged splitting up the attacks between turns. At which point I forgot the fundamental of the Watcher, which is don't stay in Wrath, you dummy! My name's Rhapsody. The name of the game's been... hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. That is a sealed draft with the Watcher. We'll get him next time. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you then.